the dog ranch where tails wag free. Plenty of space for your pup to be. Running, jumping, swimming all day. Happy paws in every way. The Dog Ranch, a place so bright, where your dog's dreams take flight. Care and love in every play. Come on over, let your dog stay. Rooms to rest and friends to meet. Every corner's a new treat. Training for pups and fun all around. At the Dog Ranch, joy is found. The Dog Ranch, a place so bright, where your dog's dreams take flight. Care and love in every play. Come on over, let your dog stay. Dog Ranch where tails wag free. Plenty of space for your pup to be. Running, jumping, swimming all day. Happy paws in every way. The Dog Ranch, a place so bright, where your dog's dreams take flight. Care and love in every play. Come on over, let your dog stay. Friends to meet. Every corner's a new treat. Training for pups and fun all around. At the Dog Ranch, joy is found. The Dog Ranch, a place so bright, where your dog's dreams take flight. Care and love in every play. Come on over, let your dog stay. Dog Ranch where tails wag free. Plenty of space for your pup to be. Running, jumping, swimming all day.
Okay.
Happy paws in every way. The Dog Ranch, a place so bright, where your dog's dreams take flight. Care and love in every play. Come on over, let your dog stay. Friends to meet. Every corner's a new treat. Training for pups.
All right. So good evening, everyone. It's a Sunday, so like I promised, we're going to try to do a little more live streaming so we can just report what's going on today at the Dog Ranch. And for the pet parents, you're probably thinking, okay, what's up with my dog? Well, I would like to welcome a new student who just got dropped off. We have Darkness, who was just dropped off, and also Lexus. So we have two new students who's joining the Dog Ranch student batch. And we're just really pleased to have the dogs coming in and I guess it's start of a new school year, basically. So we're just trying to follow the school year of the Philippines because we are here in the Philippines anyway. All right. So what are we going to be talking today or tonight? We're going to be talking about a few things. So we're going to be talking about some interesting topics like where are the best and worst countries to be a street dog. So we got a resource for that. We're going to be talking about that. So you can join me in the chat box in the comment section if you agree with the list or not. And then I will also going to be learning about any updates on the pet situation in Gaza, on what's going on. Apparently, there's a vet crisis that's going on. We're also going to be looking at and watching a video about a German Shepherd that was rescued in the seas, high seas. Oh my goodness! And last one is, just in case you're not aware, there's actually a screwworm that's threatening not just livestock, but even the pets and even humans. So we're going to be learning about that. What is that? What's a screwworm? I mean, I'm not even really sure. I've been in the training industry for years, and this is the first time that I'm hearing about what a screwworm is. So we're going to be talking about that. Okay, I am not going to be an expert. I'm just going to be a student with you. So I just find these topics on a regular basis because I want to share about it and I want to learn about it. Hey, if you are even an expert, please share your comments. Let's learn together. All right, so let's first start with this news article. So this is about the Gaza owners struggle to keep animals healthy amid vet crisis. So let's see if we can play that. Okay, so owners struggle to live amid several or severe shortage of veterinary supplies. Some pet owners say they are forced to feed animals bread, soap, and water. Okay, that's not good.
بعيدا عن معاناة الناس ومعاناتنا معاناة النزوح والتعب والجوع.
All right, so maybe
في معاناة أخرى بالنسبة للقطط والحيوانات.
Let's try that again. So animals soaked in water, definitely not good, especially for kittens. They might survive, but they will not thrive. Cats have a different diet than people and dogs. So apparently, syempre, with the war that's going on and the issues. Okay, I don't want to talk about the issues too much because it can be polarizing. But as a dog behavior professional, as a dog trainer, and as a pet parent and animal welfare advocate, this is very concerning. And if this is what's happening to animals, think about what's happening with pets.
الحيوانات الأليفة زي ما إحنا دخلنا في موضوع مجاعة، دخلت برضو البزنس في موضوع مجاعة. في هديك الأيام ما كان موجود شيء من الأكل إلا عبارة عن خبز ناشف ومية كنت أطعميها. كانت تأكل زي ما بناكل معكرونة، رز زائد خبز ناشف، كنت أغمس لها في المية.
All right, it says only 2 veterinary clinics for house pets remain operational across Gaza. Wow. That's real concerning. I mean, 1 vet clinic, only 2 veterinary clinics. The thing about cats is when they do get sick, they don't really show that they're sick unless it's too late.
أطباء البيطريين بنشتغل في ظل الحرب في ظروف ميدانية صعبة كتير، في ظل شح أو نقص الأدوية البيطرية، خصوصا تحصينات البيطرية الأكثر اللي خاصة بالقطط والكلاب. كتير بنعاني من موضوع نقص التحصينات البيطرية، وللأسف كتير فقدنا حيوانات مثل مرض بارفو الكلاب وطعن القطط وأمراض أخرى خلتنا نفقد كتير حيوانات بسبب نقص التحصينات البيطرية.
We are informed that the lack of food, medicine, and proper care has led to a rise in pet death, for sure. So this is also the bad thing about wars, right? So, in a war, pets are, well, they are valuable to us, but how valuable are them? Because they're the first victims of war. I mean, people would probably, if they can, right, evacuate. But it's hard to take your pets. All right. So anyway, that was from Al Jazeera. So that is very concerning, just in case that you're not aware. Okay, so that's a cost of war. So imagine in any battlefield, right? So there will always be, there's always going to be people who's going to suffer, and animals included. All right. So that's our first topic. So again, we're just here. We're just trying to get to learn what's going on with the world. So now we can move on to the next topic, because I just prepared 3 topics, okay? And after the 3 topics, well, we end the show. So just hang on. Now let's talk about, this one is very interesting. Okay. So on other news, this is a dog that was swept miles out to sea in a kayak rescue. So let's find out what's going on, how this happened. And let me just put that up on our screens. And let me just play that to you. So this is really interesting. So
watch a tour boat crew rescue a dog that authorities say got swept miles out to sea on an inflatable kayak.
Looks like a German Shepherd.
The crew with Serenity Farne Island Boat Tours heard a Coast Guard call reporting the dog, named Bruce, had been blown out to sea by strong winds. They found the German Shepherd floating alone in the
kayak,
a
German Shepherd,
2.5 miles off the coast of Farne Island in England. They brought Bruce aboard and wrapped him in a towel, keeping him safe and warm as they made their way back to dry land, where Bruce was later reunited with his grateful owner.
Okay, so how'd that happen? How could...
Welcome to Job Connection, calling all electricians, machine operators, and technicians.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. Stop, please. Okay, so how'd that happen? How could a German Shepherd be floating in a kayak roughly 2.5 miles offshore? Okay, so sorry, I'm an idiot. 2.5 miles, 2 kilometers. That's 4 kilometers. Isn't that amazing? A dog that's floating in a kayak. Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, I'd be grateful too, but how'd that happen? Okay, well, there's not much details. Maybe the pet parent doesn't want to give too much details. I mean, you'll get in trouble. All right, but let me just double check for you about the dog being swept. No, there's not much details about this, but anyway, so that was shocking. Okay, so there you go. German Shepherd rescued off a boat or a kayak. All right. Okay, so another topic here is screwworm. I don't know what this is, so I'm just interested on what is a screwworm. All right, so let me just pull up one of my screens, and we're gonna be learning together what a screwworm is. Where do we learn? What is a screwworm? All All right, so you can click this one. Let's find out what a screwworm
to fight
is.
the New World screwworm, with the CDC launching new measures for it. It all comes after at least 7 confirmed cases of the flesh-eating parasite in both Texas and New Mexico now. And the FDA is expanding treatment options for animals, including dogs and cats. News Nation national correspondent Xavier Walton is live for us in Dallas on this. Xavier, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins returned to Texas for the second time just this week, and she met with concerned ranchers. What did they tell her?
Marky, good morning. Fear the unknown. It really is a little unnerving, but experts have warned that a wider outbreak could really devastate an already struggling cattle industry. And right now,
so it's really for cattle,
pet owners in infected areas, this is a kind of like a.
But it says that the FDA is authorizes emergency pet treatment.
Watch your dog and cat situation, but it could become much bigger.
Oh, that's one ugly parasite.
Bigger than that. New World screwworm is a parasitic fly that can enter animals through
open
wounds and feed on living tissue. So the USDA says it can affect livestock, pets, wildlife, and in rare cases, people. But the first confirmed U.S. case in the outbreak was in a 3-week-old.
7 New World screwworm detections in the U.S. So that would be in Texas and New Mexico. Zavala County, Edwards County, LaSalle County, Gillespie.
Calf in Zavala County, Texas, about 90 miles southwest of San Antonio. Rollins says she personally checked on that calf Thursday and used that moment to reassure ranchers and consumers.
The very first stop this morning was to go visit that baby calf that was case 1 for the first time again since 1966. He's with his mom. He couldn't be happier. He's bouncing around the pasture, completely healed and ready to go back into the herd. So that's also a really important note as we continue to note that our food supply is completely safe.
So, I mean, you know how we get the foot and mouth and then the other pest that's attacking our livestock. So the U.S. man, they have screwworm.
Secretary Rollins held a rancher roundtable followed by a sterile fly dispersal, which the USDA uses, or says rather, is one of the most important tools they have. The idea is to release sterile male flies so they mate with females but do not reproduce. These flies only mate once in their lifetime. It's sort of this old school kind of pest control. These flies are produced in Panama, but officials, they've acknowledged there are not enough for the full push right at this moment, Marky.
Yeah, and I think it's a good point that she mentioned too. These animals that are found to be infected don't have to be put down. They're quarantined, treated. So I think that's important for a lot of people who are worried about this as well. Xavier,
So there's a treatment. They don't cull the herd. When you say cull, they euthanize the whole herd. I mean, that's what happens for, was that for the chicken, avian flu or bird flu? Because if your chicken, at least the poultry stock, has been infected, usually they cull the whole stock, the whole herd. I don't know what you call it for poultry. Okay, so at least there's treatment. But again, you can just imagine what's going on. It's a flesh-eating parasite.
Changing for pet owners. That pet dog was found in New Mexico. What about them?
So the FDA has issued it's called an emergency use authorization for generic nitropyrum tablets to treat New World screwworm.
Nitropyrum. What is nitropyrum? Nitropyrum. It's not showing anything. Okay, I probably have the wrong, but I will find out about that. Okay. Nitropyrum. So that's a treatment. Okay.
Infestations in dogs, puppies, cats, and kittens. So that's a little bit different, but the FDA says the tablets can actually kill most larvae within hours of the first dose. but veterinarians may still need to remove remaining larvae and treat the wound. Officials say if you see something suspicious, you definitely want to call a veterinarian or the state health department. Federal government is trying to box this in right now, so to speak, before a ranch problem becomes a much bigger, widespread national issue, Marky.
It's a fight the United States has won before, and hopefully it all gets under control sooner than later. Xavier Walton live for us in Texas. Thank you.
All right. So is this something that concerns us? Well, if you're a pet parent, it's great it's not here. But again, being compassionate about other pet parents from the other part of the world, of course, you'd be concerned as well. So hopefully they do resolve that. But what I'm curious is, what is that treatment for screwworm dogs? Let's see what Google AI has. Screwworm myiasis in dogs require immediate veterinary attention, mechanical removal, wound, parasiticides. The FDA, there you go, has issued emergency use authorizations for specific drugs like nitenpyram, and then afoxolaner NexGard. Don't we have that here? Okay, these medications are highly effective at paralyzing and killing screwworm larvae within 24 hours. So, and then you have antibiotics. All right, interesting. I hope we don't ever get that here. Scary stuff. Oh, wow. CK. All right. All right, so that's the news about screwworm. And so saying hello to everybody who's joining us on tonight's live stream. We are, let's see, a bunch of people on Instagram. We are live on Instagram. So hello to you people on Instagram. People of Instagram, hello. Thank you so much. We also have people from our YouTube page. I'd really appreciate it if you help me revive my YouTube page. I mean, it's been a while since I've been using that account, and now we're trying to revive that. So that would only be possible if you leave a like or just give a comment, and I would appreciate it very much. But again, what we're doing now is more of live, so unedited. Okay, you get it fresh. And people who also are joining us on Facebook Live. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, so doesn't matter how many the viewers are. This is what we're going to be doing. Okay, so far we got what, 3 million. We don't care. Our community is tight. That's what matters. All right. Last news for the live stream. This is interesting, and I chose this topic because we can interpolate. Wow, interpolate. What is this? The Senate? No, we're not here to pick a fight. Okay, so let me pull this up to the screen, and there you go. All right, so this is taken from Humane World for Animals website. Where are the best and worst countries to be a street dog this World Street Animal Day? All right, so let's see. Says here there are an estimated almost 362 million homeless dogs and cats globally, of which there are 143 million living on the street. Okay, so let's just go straight into the juice. 5 worst countries to be a stray dog. So first one, at least in no particular order, Turkey or Turkey. Wow. I don't know. Do we have viewers from Turkey or anybody who's been to Turkey? It says here, up until recently, Turkey was seen as a leader in humane street dog management. However, a new law introduced in 2024 now mandates removal of the country's approximately 4 million street dogs and their mass confinement in shelters, which can often end up with them being put to sleep anyway. There have been significant protests by animal lovers in the country against the law, and the main opposition party has vowed to overturn it in courts. Turkey, so that's one. Next is Morocco. Morocco is currently implementing a large-scale killing program, or call of street dogs in advance of the 2030 World Cup. The country has often resorted to cruel short-term killing to clear the streets ahead of sporting events, despite outreach both nationally and internationally. Morocco. Oh, wow. Can you just imagine, just because we have that? Rather than kill, why don't you just use the platform to educate, right? I mean, it's the World Cup. It's probably the most famous sport in the world, right? We're talking about soccer here, right? World Cup soccer. And no, not pickleball. Shout out to everybody who plays pickleball. I still have to get into that sport. Next, we have China, home of the world's largest dog meat trade. An estimated 10 million dogs a year are stolen from the streets. Both strays and free-roaming pet dogs are and trafficked across the country to be bludgeoned and killed for human consumption. Oh dear. Although most people in China don't eat dogs across the country remain vulnerable to brutal and scrupulous thieves and traders. Okay, so that's China. What's the next one? Pakistan, mass killing, often using poison. Wow, they use poison. The thing about using poison is it's very painful. I can just only imagine the pain that the animal has to go through, particularly in cities like Karachi, where rabies is a significant public health issue. While there have been pledges to switch to vaccination, culling remains a common response to overpopulation, with reports of even vaccinated dogs being culled. So it's just not the Philippines wherein we have a big problem with rabies. But again, it's hard to judge the people of Pakistan, right? But I do fear for the dogs. Kawawa naman. Okay. And last on the list is Egypt. Traditionally, stray dogs have suffered harsh treatment. Periodically, municipal authorities clear the streets, most commonly poisoning animals to death with strychnine or shooting them. Many local Egyptians feed and care for street animals, and the government recently pledged support for a 180 campaign with more humane strategies, including sterilization to achieve rabies-free status by 2030. However, it remains to be seen whether this is a lasting approach. Without commitment, more violence toward animals may return to the streets afterward. All right, yeah. How about the Philippines? You know how good we are? I hope we're doing better. I hope we are. Oh my goodness. All right, so next is the top 5 best countries to be a street dog. All right, so this is a surprise. India. All right, India current ranking is based on a considerable improvement in recent years, with an animal Right. Increasing number of municipalities adopting the capture, neuter, vaccinate, or what we call TNR here in the Philippines, right? Trap, neuter, return. Okay, method of humane, effective dog population management. However, this could all change as the Supreme Court in Delhi is due to decide whether to overturn India's humane approach and replace it with cruel and ineffective mass sheltering where hundreds of dogs are crammed together in substandard conditions with no hope of rehoming. You know what? That's what we need to do. We need to really practice TNR because the problem is the massive population growth. There's more dogs, more problems, more dogs to vaccinate. However, if we just TNR, then we get to control that population without really culling the dog. Another top 5 is Mexico. Constitution reform in 2024 enshrines animal protection as a fundamental value. This gives the animal new authority to legislate on animal welfare issues and mandates human education in schools across the country. Wow, if Mexico can do this, why can't we? Although street dogs in Mexico can face cruelty and neglect, many are looked after by community carers, and decades of vaccination drives mean rabies cases are rare. Whoa, my goodness. Such an achievement. Well done, Mexico. Also, the government runs spay neuter campaigns in all federal states. While there's room for improvement, things are definitely looking up. I just sure hope this is true. Well done, Mexico. Hey, if the Mexicans can do this, we Filipinos can do this. As long as we sort our political issues. The Netherlands, the first country in the world to reach zero or almost zero stray dogs, thanks to decades of coordinated policy, including mandatory dog registration and microchipping. Strong animal protection laws include the high fines for pet abandonment. Wow, up to 16,000 euros. That's significant. Okay, widespread sterilization campaigns, local authority promotion of dog adoption, and taxes on purebred dogs and keeping the shelter population low. All right. Well, I wouldn't expect any less, I guess, from the Netherlands. And next to we have Bhutan, thanks to the government's compassion ethos and 14-year investment. 14 years, wow. In a capture neuter vaccine return program with Humane World for Animals, the Buddhist Kingdom of Bhutan has achieved an impressive 100% sterilization and vaccination rate for its free roaming dogs. Since the inception of the project, more than 150,000 street dogs were successfully sterilized and vaccinated, with 32,000 companion dogs microchipped. And here I am still trying to convince people to please neuter and vaccinate your dogs and cats. Thailand is home to large population of free roaming dogs, but the country has largely rejected mass killing as a control strategy. Community feeding and care of dogs is also culturally common due to Buddhist principle of mette, loving kindness, meaning many free roaming dogs are well tolerated and supported rather than eliminated. Buddhist temples often offer a safe haven, shelter, and food for strays. Authorities and animal welfare groups have invested heavily in vaccination and sterilization programs, helping Thailand become one of the first countries in Asia to eliminate human rabies transmitted by dogs in many regions. All right, that is some good news. Thailand, well done. Bhutan, the Netherlands, Mexico, and India. Again, I think this is doable. We can do this as a country. as a nation of people loving country. Okay. It's really about how we care for the dogs and cats. It's a reflection of who we are as a culture. So that's very important. So, hey, Thailand can do it. Amazing. I mean, I'm loving this news. Okay, and then I learned something new. You know what? Here's the thing. Most of the pet products that we have, that I've noticed in the market, are either coming from China. Some are coming from Thailand because there's really a big market in Thailand. Okay, they do manufacture pet stuff like costumes, leashes, pet food, dog treats. They do manufacture that. And then, of course, you have some other parts of the world like the US. But the big majority of what I'm seeing in the market is actually made in China or in Thailand. I guess the industry is just really big there. Okay. I haven't been, but I do plan. Okay. Hopefully, very soon. Okay. So I guess that's it for tonight. You guys sleep early. I hope you have you had a great weekend. Tomorrow's a Monday, so tomorrow's a Monday, meaning I will be at the station Magic 89.9. Okay, so the show is 3 to 5 p.m. Please listen if you can. If not, we have a guest tomorrow, so you can live stream that on the Magic 89.9's Facebook page. All right, but just in case you're going to be driving, make sure you tune in to Magic 89.9 and listen to Pets in the City because, of course, I'm going to be there. Right? I'm going to take the drive and I'll be there in the station. Okay, rather than doing my off-site live stream for the show. Okay, so just in case you guys have any dog training concerns, please hit us up. That's at Dog Coach Francis. Okay, you can check our number on our socials, and then there's also a new email address for Now and Forever Weddings. So just in case you don't know, we actually have Now and Forever Weddings. Oh no, not that one. Now and Forever Weddings. Let me just share that to you. I'd like to share it to you because I updated the contacts for Now and Forever Weddings. So Now and Forever Weddings is actually a service wherein we'll be there to help you share that moment with your dog. Okay, so get in touch with us. Now and Forever Weddings. There's our number right there on top of your screen, and then you can send us a new email. It's admin@nowandforeverweddings.com. So appreciate it. And lastly, before I go, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just really all over the place. I already showed this on Playground. Okay. All right, so there you go. So you can live stream this. It's Take Kayo ng Lola Ko. Kabog, kakadog, kadog. You know what? When this was shown, I never knew the title. But this is the last project that I have done with my dog, Serena. And I'm very thankful about being able to shoot this. This was shot 2018. So please do watch this. It's a fun short video. Kids would love it. Okay. My daughter was just watching this earlier and she loved it. So, and this is my dog Serena. And I think she's still a star and I really do miss her. But hey, please watch it. Okay, so now how do I remove this? All right. So I guess that's it for me. Thank you so much, guys. Again, get your lunch or dinner. I mean, lunch if you're in another part of the world. Okay. And I will see you on our next live stream. You guys are awesome. And by the way, don't forget to pet your dog. Bye.